So, Drew, let's talk about this Wizards team. No Bradley Beal, no Kristaps Porzingis. Bring in Jordan Poole, who's going to score a bunch of points. Kyle Kuzma comes back. What can we expect?
You know what? It's going to be interesting because we don't know what to expect. This is a reshaping led by new management, and I think we have enough to compete on a nightly basis. And I think, you know what, a lot of teams in this league, if you put yourself defensively as a top 15 team on the defensive end, you're going to give yourself a chance no matter who's on your roster any given night, along with some luck of being healthy. So it's going to be an interesting year, especially with Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma spearheading this unit. And they're young players as well, but I like the experience that they have already winning a championship, Jordan Poole in Golden State, learning under Steph Curry, and soaking up all that wisdom and experience, along with Kyle Kuzma winning one in L.A. with LeBron and soaking up that experience. Now, can they pass the torch and kind of share that wisdom with this young team going forward?
How many minutes do you think Coulibaly will get tonight?
That's a great question. I mean, he's a guy that you can start him on the best player any given night on the opposing team, or you can bring him off the bench because he can do some things offensively that nobody knew he can do coming in prior to the draft. We thought Coulibaly was going to be just a 3-and-D guy in this league. I did for sure. But in preseason, he's impressed me. I mean, he has the ability to come off the pick in mid-range situations. He can create. He has a nice pull-up jump shot from the mid-range. So he's showing a lot more than we thought he can do prior to the draft. He can finish well at the cup, and he has an edge to him. I mean, he looks like he's been here before, fellas. He's not scared of the moment. I asked him one time, I said, what's been the hardest adjustment coming into the NBA for you? And he looked at me square in my eyes and said, find an apartment. So I said, this guy, it was nothing hard. It was nothing hard for him to transition to because he's played against grown men the last couple of years in Paris along with Victor Wembanyama on the same team and had success. So I think he's not afraid of the moment, and he's going to be ready tonight.
Is Johnny Davis going to make a leap? Because I felt like he did towards the very end of the season last year.
Johnny Davis' confidence is through the roof right now. I mean, from the time he arrived in a Wizards uniform to where he's at now. I mean, I think we saw a little bit of that this summer in Las Vegas, where he was counted on being one of the leaders scoring-wise and being able to play defense because he's shown at times that he can really lock down and get after on the defensive end when he's in tune. And he can finish at the cup, and he just needs to work on his shot a little bit and get that percentage up, which is the norm in this league for a lot of young players. But I'm expecting big things with Johnny Davis this season.
All right, you mentioned defensively. Tell me why they're going to be a top 15 defense.
I was saying potentially they can be a top 15 team.
Because I don't see Poole or Kuzma as defensive players.
Well, Kyle Kuzma can rebound the ball. See, a lot of people kind of get this misconstrued about a good defensive team or a good defensive possession. Look, a good defensive possession is not because you made the team miss. A good defensive possession is not completed until you actually secure a rebound, a defensive rebound, because you could keep making the team miss 2, 3, 4 times, but if you can't secure a defensive rebound, you're going to be in trouble no matter how well you defend the perimeter, how well you contest shots, and how aggressive and strong you are keeping guys out that paint. Kyle Kuzma is an underrated rebounder in this league, especially now with the size of where the center and power forwards are. He's going to be able to rebound the ball along with Denny Avdia, Daniel Gafford, Danilo Gallinari, Muscala, these guys coming off the bench. I think they have enough size to rebound the ball, and if they can defensively be a team that could come up with those possessions and not giving second chance opportunities to these teams, I think they'll be all right.